Are you a locum tenens professional? And are you considering setting up a business entity like a PLLC or an LLC? You're making a great move towards protecting your practice and streamlining your taxes. In today's podcast, we'll guide you through the steps to establish your own PLLC or LLC, tailored specifically for locum tenens professionals. Welcome to the Locum CPA podcast, where we talk about the business of being a locum tenens medical professional. My name is Stephen Lee. I'm a CPA based out of Chicago, Illinois. Please note, I am not a licensed attorney, and the following are general guidelines, and I recommend you to consult a licensed attorney if you plan to open up an LLC or a PLLC. So why would you even consider opening up a PLLC or an LLC? As a locum tenens provider, you're an independent contractor. That means you're responsible for your own liability, taxes, and business operations. So setting up a PLLC or LLC can, number one, protect your personal assets from legal or financial issues related to your practice. Number two, provide flexibility for tax planning. And number three, give you a professional structure that's easier to manage. So let's go over the general steps to setting up a PLLC or an LLC. Number one is confirm eligibility. Step one is understanding your state's laws. Some states allow professionals like physicians to form a regular or a non-PLLC or just a regular LLC. Others require something called a PLLC or a professional LLC. The difference? A PLLC is specifically designed for licensed professionals and often requires approval from your state's medical licensing board before formation. Step two, choose a name for your PLLC or LLC. The name must comply with state naming rules, often requiring terms like professional limited liability company or an abbreviation like PLLC or LLC. Check for name availability through your state's Secretary of State website and reserve that name if your state offers a name reservation option. And if you're new or a seasoned locum professional, you don't want to miss my top tips for starting and operating your locums practice. I'll pin a link to the guide in the comment section below. Step three is file articles of organization. Step three is filing your articles of organization with your state. This is the official paperwork that creates your entity, and you'll typically need to provide your business name, the purpose of the business, like medical services, proof of your professional license, and the registered agent details. A registered agent is required to receive legal notices on behalf of the LLC or PLLC. This can be an individual, including yourself, or a service authorized to operate in your state, like a lawyer. So some states may require approval from your professional licensing board before filing. So please make sure you check beforehand. If this is the case for your state, you'll need to provide and submit documentation to your state's licensing board to confirm compliance with professional requirements. This may involve providing copies of your professional licenses for you and any members of your LLC and additional certifications or letters of good standing. Now let's move on to step four, which is drafting an operating agreement. An operating agreement isn't always required, but it's a smart idea. This document outlines how your PLLC or LLC will operate. Think of it as a playbook for running your business. It's especially useful if you plan to bring in partners down the line. The operating agreement should outline things like ownership percentage, member roles and responsibilities, profit and loss distribution, and procedures for adding or removing members. But in the very beginning, if you are a one-person LLC or PLLC, ownership percentages, all of these things will be fairly straightforward. You might not even need an operating agreement because it's just you alone. Step five is to apply for an EIN. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. It's like a social security number for your business and is required to open up a business bank account, file taxes, and pay employees if needed. You obtain an EIN from the IRS for tax purposes, even if you don't plan to hire employees. You can apply online through the IRS website which is www.irs.gov. Step 6 is setting up financial accounts. What you want to do is you want to open up a business bank account under the PLLC name or LLC, maintain separate financial records for the PLLCs to ensure limited liability protection. And you don't want to miss my next video where I go over specific steps on how to open the necessary bank accounts for your LLC or PLLC. And step 7 is to maintain compliance. Finally, keep your PLLC or LLC in good standing by renewing your professional licenses, filing annual reports with the state, and maintaining separate financial records. A pro tip here is always keep your business and personal finances separate to avoid liability issues. If you found this video or podcast helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on business taxes tailored to Locum Tenens professionals. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.